Hello, and thanks for tuning in to In the News here at globaltalkradio.com. Well, I want to tell you about the first of its kind book, at least as far as we know, that combines a balanced mix between channeled information and science. Now, there are tons of spiritual books on the market, including books that are purely channeled information. Well, you'll also find a lot of books dealing with philosophy-based information about ancient beliefs, and in recent years there have even been several books using science and research to explain how the universe is a thinking, living, vibrating unit and not just some random occurrence. However, until now, we could not find any books containing both channeled information and scientific research addressing spirituality. Well, that's what makes today's guests so different. Lily Bendriss and Camilo Loken cover both metaphysical information as well as research and science in their book, The Shift in Consciousness. Lily and Camilo, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, tell us, how did you guys meet and come together, and how did you come to write this book?
You know, I have been a channeler for 20 years, receiving interesting information that I did not have a clue what to do about. And 3 years ago, I had a group with me for a workshop I traveled to Sedona, Arizona. And there I had a very, very strong current of energy moving through me. And I started to speak an ancient language, a language of light, I call it. And I was given information from my sources that I was to work with connecting the new world with the old one, the shift in consciousness regarding 2012. And I went back to Norway and I said, I don't know anything about 2012, and you have to send me somebody. 14 days later, Camilo stood in my office.
Yeah, that's how actually the whole thing started. And I had an awakening about 6 years ago. I used to work in a pharmaceutical company. You know, Merck is one of the big companies in the world, pharmaceuticals. And I was working in this company, and I grew up in a family of atheists, family of physicians. And then I had this awakening 6 years ago, and I was really interested to find out who we are and where we come from. And I started to watch spiritual programs, and Lily has been on, she's a TV celebrity in Scandinavia. And she was on this TV program, and I saw her on TV, and I had this very strong feeling I had a need to get in touch with this woman. And then I got an appointment at Friday the 13th, 2009 was the first time actually I met her. And then we got together, and I told her I'd written a book about 2012, and then we started talking about 2012, and it ended up to be a partnership, and we are actually now hosting seminars and events, and we wrote then the book, The Shift in Consciousness. So that's how the whole thing started.
Well, that's a very interesting start. Now, the book is The Shift in Consciousness, and it is as much a partnership of ideas as the two of you are a partnership. Could you take a moment and talk a little bit about that balanced mix between channeled and scientific information?
Yes. You know, for many years, I had this type of information. I have no scientific background whatsoever. And I received this information that I didn't know what to do with. And when I met Camilo and he started to talk about his research, he took a look at what I had been channeling, and he said, but Lily, this is correct, and this is so, and this is so. And he could kind of prove it with his scientific research, which was very, very interesting for me. So we found out that, a lot of channel information is out there, and it stands by itself. And then to kind of have a background scientific to go into the details and into the text and find this other, this meaning that could be verified, that I think is very interesting, both for me, for the readers, and other channelers.
Now, from what I read, the book is covering a vast range of topics, so it varies everywhere from energy, frequencies, vibration, and then topics such as DNA, death, the soul, karma, reincarnation, quantum mechanics, the 2012 phenomena, near-death experiences. I mean, that's such a wide range of topics. How did you manage to research and put all these topics together in one place?
Well, it's been a passion. When you wake up and you just want to find out who we are and where we come from, it becomes a lifestyle. And it was a passion of mine to really dwell into all these topics. And Lily, she's been channeling for more than 20 years, so she had this bunch of channeled information that I could look into, and I could compare it with my research. And then the passion got even stronger. So it's like 24/7 passion, and then you really cover a lot when you are passionate about something.
Now, your book's been out long enough to get some reviews. I'm wondering, what have readers been saying?
Well, we had some great reviews, and people say that the book has changed their lives, and we had especially one incredible feedback from a man who he was paralyzed from the chest down. And he received the book as a gift last Christmas, and his wife read to him from the book every day, and she put out passages from the book and put them on a whiteboard next to his bed. And he kept reading those messages and kept hearing the content in the book. And the doctor said he would actually use 2 or 3 years before he could walk again. And he was out of the hospital in 2 or 3 months. And he said it was all about the book and the content ignited his flame and the belief that he could actually heal himself. And he sent us this 2-page feedback, just incredible. And we have just sent it out in our network, and people are really just blown away by it. So the feedback has been great, yeah.
What about 2012? Is that somehow related to the title of The Shift in Consciousness?
Yes, in a way it is related to it, because it was through the direct message to me to work with consciousness directed towards the 2012 phenomena. So that was the background, and actually we were thinking to call the book 2012, The Road Towards 2012, and we find that no. The consciousness, 2012 is the open window with new possibilities and a great awareness occurring all over the planet. So it is related, and we talk about that in the book. But clearly, I got my message, and I was quite sure that this year will be very, very strong. What can I say? There are currents of energy that everybody I speak with really feel. And I will travel all around to the States and all over Europe to go to specific places of power to feel the energy there, to anchor the energy there. And a lot of people here in Norway are quite occupied also by doing the good thing, to have hope and beliefs, not the disaster scenario at all. We are not into that.
And another subject I'm very fascinated about in your book, you guys talk about DNA and what you call the DNA upgrade. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Yes. There was a huge project on DNA called the Human Genome Project. It started in 1990, lasted for 13 years, involved the United States, England, Russia, Germany, France, many big nations with experts within different fields. And after 13 years of research, they found out that maximum 10% of our DNA has a biological function, producing proteins. And the rest they call junk DNA. 90% of our DNA is called junk DNA. They have no clue what it's all about. And what happened is that 2 independent research teams, one in Russia and one in the States. The one in the States was with Eugene Stanley and his team, and the one in Russia was Peter Garyarev and his team. And they independently researched this 90%. And they found out that it actually was a biological language, and it's actually been activated by frequencies. And many people are talking about frequencies coming in from the galaxy now, because the whole solar system is being bombarded with frequencies. And our DNA is being affected by that, and it's raising people's consciousness, and this is why people are so interested in spirituality in the last 10, 20 years. So it's a direct link, according to these researchers, that this is a biological language, this 90%, and this is being upgraded now. So it's a very interesting topic, actually, yeah.
Where's the best place for listeners to find out more about you and the book?
Well, you can find it on all the Amazon sites, online, and also on Barnes & Noble. And you can also go to our website, theshiftingconsciousness.com, to read more about the book and see videos and more about Lily and myself, and read testimonials.
Absolutely fascinating information, guys. Again, the book is called The Shift in Consciousness. They have a website, which is theshiftinconsciousness.com. And we've been speaking with Camilla Loken and Lily Bendriss. And this is just, again, a fascinating book, way to put together, channeling along with some science as well. Great combination. I'm looking forward to picking up a copy myself, and I want to thank both of you for joining us from Norway this morning and for being part of our program.
Thank you so much.